I know that I have probably beaten a dead horse on this issue, but somehow I once again feel compelled to address it. There's a lot of confusion in the world between what is called science and what is referred to as scientism. And I believe that Richard Dawkins is partly to blame for this as the most preeminent apostle of scientism. So let's address this once again. The distinction between science and scientism lies in their scope and philosophical underpinnings. Science is a methodological approach to understanding the natural world, relying on observation, experimentation, and evidence to develop theories that can be tested and revised. It is inherently open to refinement and recognizes its limitations in addressing questions of meaning, morality, or purpose. Scientism, on the other hand, is an ideological stance that elevates science as the sole valid source of knowledge, often dismissing other disciplines like philosophy, religion, or the arts as irrelevant or inferior. It tends to replace complex human experiences to purely scientific explanations and often overextends the reach of science into areas that science cannot adequately address. Critics label Richard Dawkins as an apostle of scientism because of his tendency to assert that science is the only reliable way to understand reality. Dawkins himself, of course, rejects the term scientism, even though he has made statements suggesting that science is the ultimate arbiter of truth about the real world. For instance, he has argued that scientific methods are the only means to discern what is true about reality, which aligns closely with the core tenets of scientism. Critics argue that this perspective oversimplifies the limits of science and disregards other ways of knowing, such as philosophy or theology. Furthermore, many scientists feel Dawkins misrepresents science by promoting an overly reductionist and combative approach, particularly in his critiques of religion. So, of course, this critique stems from a broader concern that scientism risks intellectual narrowness by dismissing valuable insights from non-scientific fields. While science excels at explaining the how of phenomena or how phenomena occur, it often struggles with questions of why, such as those concerning meaning or ethics, domains where other disciplines have traditionally contributed. So please give me your feedback on what I have shared with you, and perhaps also your feedback on why this is an important subject to address. My current book is Digital Dharma, How AI Can Elevate Spiritual Intelligence and Personal Well-Being. And if you want, you can continue conversations with me by going to deepakchopra.ai. Thank you.